the daily struggle for survival continues. The purchase of food for the family, paying rent for the house, expenses to transport, etc. But why pay rent for your house when you can buy a house? Just get a loan from the bank and have your own property. You see, right here, a moderate Muslim might not think twice about getting a loan, while a strict and devout Muslim adhering to the Islamic laws will never get a loan from a bank. Why? Because borrowing money based on the return of that money plus interest on top is considered just as bad as murder in Islam. It's one of the major sins. But the banksters can't have that. This is bad for business from the bank's point of view. The bank's whole operation is based on putting people and countries, believe it or not, in debt to have continuous returns whilst profiting from effortless work. How much is there to gain from Muslims taking loans based on interest from these banks? Well, there are 1.5 billion Muslims on this planet. Hypothetically speaking, if only half of these people took out a loan of an average, say $10,000 each, then the banksters would have put people in debt with a total figure that's very hard to imagine. It's that much of a large amount. Though there is a minuscule amount of Muslims borrowing money from Illuminati banks, the overwhelming majority do not. Does the average non-Muslim citizen benefit from the Muslims' no loan based on interest policy? Of course. The more loans taken out and given to people, the more cash in the pool of money that exists. And due to the Western monetary system being a fiat system, money that's not backed by gold, the automatic consequence is the depreciation of the value of money. To adjust this, banks use what we know as inflation. This is an illusion that's used to make it out like the problem is fixed. Goods and services become more expensive, however, as a consequence, and the poverty line draws nearer to the middle class and the rich. Therefore, by Muslims not committing to loans based on interest, this means that they are benefiting the average non-Muslim citizen by slowing down the rate of inflation rather than benefiting the Illuminati banks. This is why the Illuminati are trying to abolish Islam and replace it with a cloned version of Islam. Islam is the only non-Christian religion that makes it an article of faith to believe in Jesus being the Christ and Messiah. Did Jesus approve of loans based on interest? There's a lot of proof and evidence that's contained in the Bible that interest/usury is forbidden. A nice example of this that people should look into is the temple incident. Islam, Christianity and Judaism have many things in common where people can come to common terms and agreement which can benefit the general public and your average citizen. But the Illuminati know this as well, so to tackle this problem, the Illuminati throw out truth mixed with lies. A classic example of this is Zeitgeist. Many people know that 9/11 was a false flag attack used to blame Muslims in order to cause hatred and enmity against Muslims. This made it easier to steal resources from Muslim populated countries and put Muslim populated countries in debt by placing clone governments in power who accepted loans based on interest for reconstruction of their country and so forth. But why would the Illuminati undermine their own goals and agendas? I mean, in the Zeitgeist case, the goal was already achieved. The Illuminati were already in Iraq and Afghanistan robbing these countries of their resources. So, by claiming and trying to prove that 9/11 was an inside job, it was pointless because it defeats the purpose. You're already there. But Zeitgeist also brings Jesus into question. They question the very existence of Jesus and try to compare him to previous religions based on celestial objects. This is the lies that the Illuminati put forth so that even Christians begin to question their very own faith. But Muslims are very passionate about Jesus, just like Christians. They know that Jesus existed and was not some outer space object. Here is another common denominator and common ground that can be used for unity. But the Illuminati can't have that either. Let's just keep portraying Muslims as terrorists why would you want to have dialogue with a so-called terrorist? That's their ways and means. The direct enemy of the three monotheistic religions, being Judaism, Christianity and Islam, is the Illuminati. The Illuminati are trying to destroy all faiths and the belief in God so that they have their ways, whether it be to make people choose materialistic goals or even become atheists, so that people don't question why it would be derogatory for society to borrow money based on interest from the banks. Therefore, people of faith should know who the real enemy is. We, the people of faith, have a common enemy who is against our creed, faith and religion. Let us know who and what that common enemy is. Let us, people of faith, Christians, Jews and Muslims, stand together and unite as one, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend.